Hey guys, it's Pieman. Welcome back to BO6 Zombies. I notice recording more videos for this game starting to become a trend. Although I assure you guys I am not planning on doing any more playthroughs, especially with the way I record things now. This video is going to be to show off the Terminus Easter egg. And I'll level with you right off the bat. I am probably not going to include the boss fight in this video. Probably because the way my recording works, only being able to record an hour at a time and all that, I probably just won't have enough time to complete the boss fight in the same video I do the Easter egg, since the Easter egg does take a bit to complete. And that's fine. I mean, there are better guides for doing the boss fight specifically than mine, like Mr. Raffle Waffles and all that shit, like, much more detailed and all that. This is just going to be a guide to show you guys how to do the Easter egg, and like I said before with Liberty Falls, there is a directed mode, I am aware of that. However, because of the nature of how I record my videos, and the fact I don't really edit them down, I play it in real time to show you guys how I do things, so you can, like, follow me along and not have to rely on guides and shit. And for those of you that would rather do that than play in directed mode, that's fine too, because standard mode, which is what I'm playing in right now, has better rewards than directed mode anyway, if you can manage to complete the boss fight. What will be our first gobblegum here, I wonder? It's also my first video I'm making on Terminus, which I suppose is a tad bit surprising, considering that I got 3 other videos on Liberty Falls. And Liberty Falls, in my opinion, is the worst map in this game. It's better for casual players, I'll say that. If you're new to zombies, or Nazi zombies or whatever, Liberty Falls is definitely a good starter map, just because it's got a lot of, like, casual friendly type shit going on in it and everything. Terminus is a little more difficult, only in the sense that only for, like, the setup, I would say. It's a lot like D-Machine was in Cold War, where you kind of have to, like, before you can activate the power, you kind of have to, like, make your way underground and open a bunch of doors and shit before you can activate it. Same with the Pack-a-Punch machine. It's pretty much the same in that regard. So I guess the setup is a little bit slower, but aside from that, I actually think Terminus is the easier map, because it's a lot more open than Liberty Falls. I mean, just look at this map. We're on a big island surrounded by 3 smaller islands, all surrounded by water. And granted, on this map, can't stay in the water too long. Treyarch thought of that. They were like, oh, what if players just sit in the water all game? Well, a giant Kraken tentacle will spawn, and a poison cloud will kill you. That's what'll happen. That's how they balanced it. So I guess it makes sense, but I mean, there is a cooldown on when the tentacle spawns. Like, if you keep going in the water every round, yeah, the tentacle will spawn really fast. But if you're only doing it, like, every other round, then you're good. You don't have to worry at all. Anyway, I hope my guide will be detailed enough to show you guys how to do this. Basically gonna walk you through all the steps leading up to the boss fight, because there are some steps that might be easier for me to show you here in this video than directed to just explain through text. Because some things are still a little ambiguous, even in directed mode. Especially one of the first steps we're going to be doing in this video. So, I'm not going to lie to you, this video is going to start out pretty slow. Free fire, sure, would be better on an automatic weapon, but that's fine. So yeah, starting out, it's going to be a bit slow, and I apologize for that, but just got to do some point farming to get down to where we need to be to start the Easter egg. So first things first, setups. As you might notice, I started with a smoke grenade, thermo grenade, healing aura field upgrade. If you guys are planning on doing this Easter egg yourself, I would highly, highly, highly recommend you do not run what I'm running right now. Like, I don't even have a suppressor on this shotgun. I should be running a suppressor for the extra salvage, because I'm not getting jack shit right now. But, don't run what I'm running right now. You'll need better gobblegum setups, like you'll want Wonder Bar or Hidden Power on there. You'll want something like, what's it called? Crate Power. So, like, if you combine Crate Power with Wonder Bar, you can get a Pack-a-Punch ray gun out of the box right off rip. It's pretty awesome. You know, gobblegums like that. And then for your weapon, you'll want to run like an ASG or the Mustang and Sally's, because those two weapons are very good on the boss fight itself. Good for the setup too, just much, much better on the boss fight. Am I gonna get any salvage, by the way? Like, Jesus Christ. I have killed 79 zombies, and I've only gotten 3 salvage drops. That's crazy. Yeah, definitely run a suppressor. But yeah, basically you'll want to use one of those better weapons. Like shotguns, I have the right idea using this shotgun. It's just not the right shotgun. And then you obviously want your perks. As for perks, like perk augments, you'll want to run Juggernog with the turtle shell augment. And I believe I've explained before how that augment works, but basically the reason you want to run that is because there is a step in this Easter egg that is a million times easier to do with the turtle shell augment. There are probably other ways to do it, but I will show you how I've done it, and then I guess the decision will be left up to you whether you decide your way is better or not. It's just the method that I've always used. It always works for me, so that's what I'm gonna be doing. So yeah, we just gotta defend 3 of these things to activate the power. Then we'll have the Pack-a-Punch machine. Good shit. All around. And lucky for us, we managed to get the last of the salvage drops we needed to get Deadwire, because first step for this Easter egg is going to require the Deadwire mod. Up to this point, you do not want to use your salvage on upgrading your weapon. If you want to upgrade your weapon, go for the Pack-a-Punch. Save your salvage for the Deadwire mod. That is the first step of the Easter egg. Also gonna melee this so I can keep my dark matter camo. For those of you that don't know, yeah, you can melee the Pack-a-Punch machine to keep your original camos on them. It's pretty awesome. So we're gonna go ahead and grab Deadwire. And now I'll show you the first step of this Easter egg. Max armor, alright. Very mediocre power-up. Never understood why. I don't know why max armor spawns more often than max ammo. It doesn't make any sense. Armor plates are super common. But I digress. First step of this Easter egg is going to be to use this lift to shoot 4 electric panels. The first one is in this window. Boom. Then you'll want to shoot this one. Then this one. Then you'll want to run around back into the Juggernog room. Shoot that one. Come outside, shoot that one. You'll open this door, kill this zombie, grab the fob, and just like that, you've completed step 1. I'm gonna clear out some zombies here to make the next step a little bit smoother. Not grabbing that nuke, no thanks. Also, I'll level with you guys. This is my third time recording this. The first time I died because I had a bit of bad luck, again, with salvage. Think you'd have thought I would have learned my lesson by putting a suppressor on, but apparently I didn't, so... Yeah, that was number one. Number two... I had to stop the recording because the very next game I joined lagged like crazy. Thanks again, Treyarch, for making this online only, even though it's a solo fucking game. So now we're on recording number 3. Hopefully this pans out this time. You'll want to come in this room, grab the resonator. A bunch of vermin are going to spawn. You can just clear them out on this walkway here. Not too bad. GG's. Oh, by the way, if you're gonna be training or farming zombies, point farming or anything like that, don't do it over here. I don't know why, but this metal grate area lowers my frame rate on PS5. I don't know if that's an issue on Xbox or PC as well, but it's definitely an issue I've encountered on my PS5 version here. So I would avoid that area if you want smooth gameplay. Anyway, got a nice insta-kill. I'm going to take full advantage of that. Oh, what the fuck? Alright. Deadwire killed them all for me. Awesome. Alright. The next step, once you get the multiphasic resonator, is to plug it back into the computer. This next step will require us to find 3 codes around the map. While you're using that machine in there, the zombies will not be able to attack you. That is why they all, like, turned and walked away from me when I used it just now. But, you'll want to follow the path I'm taking here. Come up here. This is marked Y. You'll want to memorize that symbol. Or you'll want to use the Easter egg math solver on game8.co. It's a website that has a tool... This is Mark Z. It's a website that has a tool that allows you to basically have a little calculator solve the math problem for you. This is the only part of the Easter egg that is pure RNG. And so... unless you are really good at math, I would use the math calculator on this website. And it'll basically give you the answer, for you. So with the symbols I entered on this website, our code is 53, 50, and 12. In that order. So once you have the code, go ahead and enter it on the computer. And like I said before, zombies cannot hurt you while you're using it. So, you have all the time in the world to enter the code. Also, once you activate the different computers, their symbols will show up on sticky notes on this one, so you won't have to run all the way back around. It's pretty awesome. Excuse me. Now, the reason I saved zombies is because you have to wait around for this thing to finish. If you save 3 or 4 zombies before you finish it, and then finish off the last 3 or 4 zombies, it'll finish it right away. So make sure you save a couple zombies for the end of the round, just so you don't have to wait another round to do it. Once you have the resonator back from the computer, it'll give you a location. Basically, just got to go to 3 different islands around the map. There's one here, one up here, and one down here. And there are 3 portals. We gotta kill zombies that are glowing, put orbs into the portals to get the last parts we need to craft the new wonder weapon on this map. gonna do a little point farming here just so I can get a little stronger. I think we'll buy a 2-plate vest too, just so we have some survivability. And we're out of ammo. That is terrific. Thought we would have gotten a parasite round by now, but I guess not. Alright, that's fine. There is ammo on the island we're going to, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, the wonder weapon on this map, absolute dog shit, in my opinion. The worst wonder weapon in the game currently. I know a lot of people like to think the ray gun is the worst, and that's fine. That's your opinion. My opinion is that the ray gun is the best. The jet gun is a close second, because it's basically the only instant kill wonder weapon. Where's the ammo crate? And then the beam smasher, which is the one we're gonna be crafting here soon, is the worst one. And I'll show you why. It is not very good, in my opinion. Perhaps should have gotten the zombie closer to the portal before I grabbed it. You basically just have to... Okay. I didn't want to drop it, game. I wanted to reload my gun, but that's cool. Basically, you want to kill the zombie that's glowing, take the orb back to the portal, and do that 2 times for each portal, and it completes the event. Now make sure once the event is complete, make sure you grab the resonator back off the ground, because you won't be able to do the other portals without it. But yeah, I'll show you guys why the beam smasher is the worst wonder weapon in my opinion, because, yeah, it's... I mean, the ray gun can down zombies. That's the benefit of the ray gun, like, because after round 30 or so, the damage does fall off a bit, but it can still down zombies, which can be useful if you're trying to survive. And then the jet gun obviously has the benefit of just being an instant kill, sucking in zombies and shit. So that's cool too. The beam smasher does neither of those things. It doesn't insta-kill or cripple zombies. It's basically you get what you get type wonder weapon. Very mediocre in my opinion. I'm hoping that the new map, Citadel de la Mort, however you pronounce it, I probably butchered the pronunciation there, but I'm hoping that map and the new elemental wonder weapons on that one, which are like swords, which is pretty cool. I hope that at least performs better than the beam smasher does. It's currently the worst wonder weapon in the game, in my opinion. Very mid. I mean, it's not bad, all things considered. It's just mid, which isn't good for a wonder weapon. A wonder weapon should always be like A tier or better, and the beam smasher feels like a C tier at best. Anyway, yeah, I just figured I'd make another video on this, do the Easter egg here, because I made 3 videos on Liberty Falls. Figured I wasn't giving Terminus the respect it deserved. Because even though I think it's an easier map, I do think it's better than Liberty Falls, because Liberty Falls is just a town in broad daylight, like from the 1980s. I don't get the same creep factor from Liberty Falls as I do from Terminus, because at least Terminus is dark and it has rain. You can definitely get that creep factor from this map, but I don't know. Liberty Falls is a good casual map, but not a good zombie map in my opinion. Far from the worst zombie map, don't get me wrong, just very mid, like I said. Anyway, we're almost done with this step. Just gotta kill a few more zombies. The reload on this shotgun, by the way. Whew. Absolutely abysmal. And we're done. And now, once you finish all 3 portals, you'll get a new item called the ammunition. Basically, just take that back to the computer. Well, the room with the computer, and then we can now craft the beam smasher. And then I can show you guys why I think it is the worst wonder weapon in this game right now. It is very mid. Very, very mid. Because it has... Yeah, it's better to just show you, I think. Hopefully there's some zombies still alive, so I can actually show it off. But we need this beam smasher for the next step. As you'll know, there'll be several tentacle traps around the map. You'll need to find the tentacle trap that has the broken vent cover and what looks like a key card lying on the ground. And then basically zap that trap with the beam smasher to get the hard drive to spawn. Once you do that, you can fight the next mini-boss, which is really cool, but his name is Nathan, so it's kind of silly at the same time. I feel like Treyarch knew what they were doing with that, though. They were like, yeah, we're gonna have this absolute abomination of a fucking creature that the players have to fight, and his name will be Nathan. Very silly. Maybe there's some, like, lore implication behind that. I mean, as you'll notice, I turned my dialogue volume all the way down because I don't care about the story in this game, and frankly, I don't know why anyone should. But there is a lot of dialogue on this map. Like, characters just do not stop talking for minutes and minutes on end, so I didn't want their dialogue to, like, interfere with my commentary. So I have a hard time focusing if I'm, like, hearing people babble in my ear. Alright, so this is the beam smasher. Your primary fire is the beam, obviously. Does okay damage. I mean, I just one-shot that... It looks like I just one-shot that zombie, but I guarantee you, it's not that good. The other alternative firing mode, what would be the aim button? I'll show it off now. Never mind, it's a parasite round. I will show it off after the parasite round, I guess. It's actually good I'm getting a parasite round. I need ammo. I mean, I have my max ammo gobblegum, but even with as many as I have, I don't want to waste it. 'Cause, I mean, I have a parasite round right here. I don't need to use it. Alright, we'll just finish these guys off really quick, and we'll get to the next step. GG's. Alright. So like I said, you gotta find the tentacle trap. I just went and checked the one in the Juggernaut room. Did not have the broken vent cover or the key card on the ground, so that is not the correct one. The only other one on the map, I believe, is down in the biolab, so... As far as I'm aware, there isn't any other location, so that is the one we'll have to go to. And yep, this is it right here. So you see how it looks like there's a key card there on the ground? That is the indication that it's the right one. Jeez, a lot of zombies in here, and manglers are starting to spawn too. That's cool. Uh-oh. Did I just res myself? Wow. Alright. Just so you know, this is a terrible place to train zombies, case in point. When you're doing this Easter egg yourself, I know it's easier said than done, but try not to go down and lose your self-revive. Because if you do, it will make the boss fight exponentially more difficult. Trust me, you will need that self-revive for the boss fight. I won't be able to show it off in this video, I don't think, but trust me when I say you will need it. So we're gonna go ahead and open that door, because I need to use the tentacle trap. Fuck me. If y'all could just fuck right off, please, that would be awesome. They're gonna get killed by, whatever. So zap it, and you'll get the hard drive. Once you get the hard drive, bring it back to Peck, who is in the starting room of the map, which you can easily get to by taking this elevator. Right up the stairs from it. Yeah, just make sure you don't lose yourself. I lost mine. I'll probably be fine without it. I just need to make sure I don't go down again. Drop it in that little cubby there. And once he has the hard drive, the next step will be to get the code to unlock Nathan's little cage. Uh-oh. This is bad. No! Holy crap. That was very close. I was bobbing and weaving like a madman. I was trying so hard not to get killed there. So unfortunately, before the Nathan fight, I think we're gonna have to point farm a little bit, just because fighting Nathan with only a Pack-a-Punch level 1 gun is pretty rough. Pack-a-Punch level 2 will do us much better for this fight. Oh, and there's Mystic Gold. Nice. I get to show that off in the video. Oh well. Been working on shotguns. I finished getting Opal for both launchers and every pistol. It took me fucking forever to do that, but I guess the worst is out of the way. So, moving on to shotguns. I suppose the worst isn't out of the way, actually, now that I think about it, because I still have to do snipers, but my plan is to wait, hopefully, for double tap to come back, because there's a lot to do. There's a lot of rumors of that circulating. Double tap would make the snipers so much easier to do, so I'm hoping. I'm hoping. Anyway, first code will be on that clock there. It is 4. The number of the minute hand doesn't matter. It's the number of the hour hand that you want. So the first number of the code is 4. Next one will be on this playing card. It's 3. So 4-3. And then the last code is in the room we were just in. Days since the last injury, 4. So it's 434. That is our code. Oh, looks like I'm lagging a bit again. Hope that goes away. That is really annoying, Treyarch. Fix your goddamn servers, for fuck's sake. It's a solo game, for fuck's sake. I shouldn't have to worry about my internet connection in a solo game. Alright. So now we should have Pack-a-Punch level 2 by the end of this. And once we defeat Nathan, sounds so silly saying it like that, but yeah, once we defeat Nathan, the Easter egg will pretty much be halfway over. And the first half of this Easter egg is significantly harder than the second half. The second half of the Easter egg is so much easier, in my opinion. The fact that you only get 250 points for killing a special zombie is pretty stupid. And I mean, granted, they spawn like crazy in this game, but 250 points is way too low for a special zombie, man. That should be like 500 minimum. And elite zombies should be like 1,000. I don't know. I don't know what Treyarch be doing. Just seems weird to me. Oh, fuck me. That is an amalgam. And that's what we're going to be fighting once I free Nathan. Luckily, we're doing good damage to him right now. Probably melt him once I get the second Pack-a-Punch level. Thank God that refills my ammo, too. Oh, yeah, he's fucked. as you can see, yeah, they're basically like fleshy mimics. They have multiple arms and shit. They're very... Oh, God. Careful. Pretty sure I can mantle that. Alright, good. That was a gamble, because if I couldn't mantle that, I would have died right there. Full stop. Anyway, we got the code for Nathan's cage. I'm gonna save one zombie, and then we're gonna go fight him. And then with the few points I got, I think I'm actually gonna buy Quick Revive just so I can have the extra health regen, because I imagine I'm gonna be taking a lot of damage during that boss fight. And that's okay, because the boss fight is meh. Yeah, once you get the Beam Smasher, by the way, and finish that tentacle trap step, I would just supplement it with the ray gun, because, like I said, this is the... Here, I never actually showed it off. This is the alternate firing mode. It slows down zombies. That's all it does. I mean, actually, no. In addition to slowing down zombies, it also makes them more, like, susceptible to damage. It basically removes all of their damage resistances. So, if you use that slowdown effect and then beam them, you'll do massive damage, sure, but, like, a wonder weapon with a gimmick like that is not a very good wonder weapon if it relies on this to do good damage. And by the way, this uses more ammo than this. So, it's a double-edged sword in a lot of ways. Anyway, we're gonna unlock Nathan's cage now. We gotta wait for him to stop talking. Yes, very sad. You're like a experiment gone wrong. 434, and once you're ready to activate the boss fight, you just turn one of these valves here. And really quick, I'm gonna make sure I have everything. I'm pack level 2. My field upgrade is recharged. I'm gonna activate free fire before I start this. And then we should be good to go. Oh, it killed him anyway. Okay. Well, naturally during this boss fight, there's going to be zombies spawning to attack you while you're trying to kill them. Tad bit annoying, but as long as you have a decently upgraded weapon, you should be fine. And then Nathan should not take too much to go down. But one thing about amalgams that is somewhat annoying, unlike mimics, they regenerate health at a steady rate. So if you're not constantly damaging them or on them or whatever, they will keep healing all the damage you do. It is just a tad bit annoying. It makes it a more interesting fight, obviously, but as long as you have a pack level 2 gun and it's blue rarity or better, then you'll absolutely fuck them up. I already ran out of free fire? What? Thought that was supposed to last like 5 minutes. That's a bullshit, because that was definitely not 5 minutes. And there we go. Once you kill Nathan, it'll trigger a cutscene. We're gonna skip because I've already seen it and it's just weird. Again, if you're the type of person that likes zombies for the story, fair play to you, but most of us grew up without a Nazi zombie storyline, and most of us don't give a shit. So, I promise you, I don't care. Anyway, you'll want to jump in the water to grab the key card. That's the next step, because it falls into the water or some shit. You gotta go grab it. So that's whatever. And once you get that key card, the next step is to go into the shipwreck right over here to do a little wave-based survival event. I highly doubt I'm gonna get the points to triple pack my weapon in this video, so I'm gonna just go ahead and start buying perks now so that I can get some good shit going here. I'm gonna point farm just a little bit more to get speed cola. Speed cola would be absolutely amazing for me right now. Yeah, like I said, terrible place to train zombies. But one decent thing about it is that a lot of the handrails in this place are able to be mantled over. So if you feel yourself like getting stuck on stairs or some shit, just turn to your right or turn to your left and hop over the iron bar into the water. You could save your life doing that. And Lord knows you might have to, because the game... fuck it, I'll grab the nuke, I don't care. Because sometimes the game just likes to screw you, so having that little mulligan is useful. Anyway, gonna buy speed cola, and then we should be good to go for this next step. Because it's not too bad. I mean, it's basically just a wave-based survival. By the way, if you're doing this Easter egg solo, I'd highly recommend you do these SAM trials, because, especially early on, because the SAM trials will reward you with points and salvage, and sometimes even, like, good score streaks and shit. So, that is something I would highly recommend you do, just so you can get a little head start in upgrading your weapons for the later Easter egg steps. It's very, very good for that. Just saying. And as for the round count, we're on round 17 right now. You probably want to be ready for the boss fight by like round 25 to 30, I would say. If you go too far over that time, if you go too far past round 30, the boss will become exponentially more difficult. So I would highly recommend you try to get this all done before round 30. Anyway. We're on good pace right now to get to the boss by round 25. Although, like I said, I'm not sure if I'll even be able to do it. Oh shit, I can't even buy ammo. Yeah, so one such good thing about the Beam Smasher is that if you run out of ammo, I guess it can save your life. So that's cool. Although once you're done with this lockout event, it does spawn a max ammo, so... Once you get these node connectors, unfortunately, if you're playing in a solo game, you'll have to do it one at a time, because I guess Treyarch didn't think people would do this solo for some reason. But you'll want to take these node connectors around the island to various points. It depends on certain things. Like, see that node connector there? Sometimes there isn't one there, sometimes it's missing. So you'll need to replace it with one of these nodes. So you only have to do it twice. It does make you walk a little slow, but you can drop it whenever you want. Just like the nodes in Liberty Falls. Wait, why did the round just go up? That wasn't even the last zombie. Okay, whatever. The turtle shell augment for Juggernog is a must for this step. Because if you're... Well, it's not a must for this step. It is a must for the next step, though. Just because it is incredibly useful for, like... preventing zombies from being able to damage you while you're installing the node connector. And there's another step it's even more useful for, which I will show you. And yeah. That'll be that. Oh, we might have enough time to do the boss fight. I just don't know if I'll be able to finish it. I might be able to start it, I just might not be able to finish it. Ah, yes. So we've been going in the water a little too much. The tentacle will spit out a cloud of poison that will chase you around the water. And if you stay in the water too long, that cloud will eventually catch up to you. And it will kill you. It will go right through your armor and damage your health and kill you. So you can't stay in the water too long. Treyarch did think of that. And good on them for thinking of that, because the amount of people I've seen try to, like, cheese zombies by just staying in the water all around is kind of ridiculous. Also kind of cute at the same time, because they don't realize that they're going to die if they do that. It's always funny to watch. I think I'll finish out this parasite round. Fuck it. But the last node connector, since it wasn't on that island that we passed, is going to be in the tunnel with Speed Cola. So that is where we'll install the last one. I wish that if you had stamina up, it made you go faster with this. And I don't have stamina up, but I have had stamina up before doing this Easter egg, just to make it faster. And yeah, no, it doesn't affect your movement speed while you're carrying this, so it's kind of lame. Anyway, once you finish connecting these, the next step will be to return to Peck in the starting room. And since I'm going to have about 5,000 zombies on me, we're going to have to save a zombie. Or at the very least, I'm just going to have to run past them. Speed Cola, especially with the classic formula augment, makes reloading everything just so much better. Although I will say, if you are going to run Ether Shroud doing this Easter egg, I would actually recommend you run the augment on Speed Cola that makes your field upgrade recharge faster. Because it's not like a crazy difference, but it is noticeable. And that small amount could save you. So I would hold on to that. Oh my god. What the fuck? That's so many zombies. What is that? Oh, useless is what it is. I felt the need to use it anyway. Forgive me, a lot of this video is going to be just point farming, but this Easter egg does require a bit of point farming, unfortunately. And that's fine. I mean, I don't mind Easter eggs that require point farming, but you know, it does get tedious from time to time. Gonna upgrade my weapon rarity again, just in case. Now we're gonna go talk to Peck, because the next step is to retrieve the hacking device. To hack the 3 buoys that are in the water all across the map. You have to wait for him to finish his dialogue, which you can't hear because I turned it off, but sure enough, he will give you a hacking device. And there we are. I'm gonna play the gobblegum machine again as well, just cause. Soda fountain, that's really good, especially because I'm right by the stamina up machine, and I'm definitely gonna get stamina up. And we got elemental pop. That's okay, I suppose. I have mixed feelings with elemental pop, to be honest. I don't think it's nearly as good of a perk as everyone makes it out to be. It's just random ammo mods, fun. I mean, some of the augments for elemental pop are pretty cool, but yeah, it's a very mid perk in my opinion. I still much rather would have had double tap in Cold War, but Treyarch decided elemental pop was the more popular choice. Anyway, once you get the hacking device, you'll have to come out to these buoys. I strongly recommend you kill the parasites first, because they'll fuck you up. As soon as you hack the first buoy, it will start a timer, and you have to hack the other two in that time span. Luckily, it's not a big deal. The next one is right over this way to the north. You can usually get this done with like 30 seconds to spare, as long as you're not like driving around in circles or some shit. I should buy dead shot just so I can zone in on them. I have turtle shell, so as long as they hit my back, I will be just fine. And during this Easter egg step, I don't think the tentacle can spawn to spit the poison cloud out, so you should be fine. You should be okay. The next one will be, like, right next to the shipwreck, so easy peasy. But this next step is why I recommend you take the turtle shell augment, because this next step will require defusing 3 bombs. Granted, you have about 4.5 minutes to do it, but while you're defusing these bombs, you're gonna have a shitload of zombies on you. And it takes a while to defuse them, so turtle shell will save your life. As long as you get in there, let the zombies break your armor off. It doesn't matter if you got plates for it. And then just fuck them up. Anyway, it's another fun little guide for you, I suppose. The first bomb is going to be down here, right through this door. We're gonna wait for it to activate, because you can't defuse it until it pops all the way out. It's kind of stupid. Also, I'm gonna take the liberty of luring some of the zombies away just for my own benefit, because I actually only have a 2-plate vest right now. I never got a 3-plate one. And we're gonna defuse it. Like I said, as long as you have armor plates, which I actually just ran out, that's kind of bad, actually. I can buy more at the crafting bench, it's fine. As long as you have armor plates while you're doing that, they cannot hurt you. It will damage your armor. You'll have to buy more armor, which sucks. But it's, what, 50 salvage each? It's not a big deal. And that trivializes this entire Easter egg step. This is how I've always done it, and I've never once died doing it. Although I will say, while I haven't died doing it before, I also haven't done it with healing aura before. I usually take Frenzied Guard to refill my armor, or Ether Shroud so they don't hurt me. Uh-oh. Replate, you dumb fuck. Might have to do a little finessing to get out of it. Just keep your back to them and they can't hurt you. Alright, there's 1 bomb left. We still have 2.5 minutes. We're chilling. We're chilling. There is an amalgam on the playing field now. We're still absolutely destroying their health bar because our weapon is pretty busted. And now we're pretty much good. I mean, once you defuse the last bomb, all the zombies die. So as long as I can get some more armor plates going here, we're good to go. Alright. And the last bomb is still downstairs. I came upstairs to do this one because it was a more convenient one. The last bomb is pretty much right opposite of that one. So I'm gonna throw 2 thermo grenades just to slow them down a bit. And then we're gonna beat this. Dunskies. Yep. If you have the turtle shell augment, it's trivial. By the way, while you're doing this with turtle shell, if you get stuck on the zombies trying to move out, if you use the PhD flopper perk with an upgraded ray gun, you can shoot at your feet to kill all the zombies behind you and then move out. That's how I normally do it, but I don't have a ray gun this time around, so I'm not going to be able to do that. And that's the Easter egg. Right here, right by the Melee Macchiato machine, is the final boss fight. And we have less than 10 minutes left in the video, so I suppose I could show off the boss fight. I just doubt I can do any good during the boss fight. So, let me state for the record. Actually, you know what? Before I do this, I'm gonna go buy Deadshot just to have it. I can't afford it. Fuck. That's fine. We'll get it like right away. I'd like to state for the record, I am fairly sure I am not going to win this boss fight. I am not going to enter this boss fight right now to show you how to beat it. I am just going to show you what his attacks look like, how to avoid them, and hopefully you can use that knowledge to your advantage along with watching some other YouTubers' guides on how to beat it. And hopefully that will help you make it to the end. The Easter egg, though, right now is effectively done. All that's left is the boss fight. Everything you've seen me do up to this point. Oh, I just killed myself. I just killed myself. The zombies were stunned by my dead wire. I figured I could just sweep in, grab the double points, and sweep right out. That's what I normally do, but oh well. That is the Easter egg, fellas. I was not able to show off the boss fight. I went into this video saying I may not be able to show it off, and that's fine, because there are much better guides that use much better weapons than I do that will be able to help you with that. So, for the record, if you want to do this Easter egg, you can follow along with my guide, and it should get you up to the final boss encounter in relatively good time. I know it's easier said than done, and you could just play directed mode, but this was the standard mode version, the one that didn't use any guides or any help other than the Terminus Easter egg math problem solver on that website, game8.co. You could just play directed mode, but the standard mode offers the better rewards, like the operator skin I'm using right now, for instance, as well as the animated calling card instead of just the static one. So if you're struggling with the standard mode version of this Easter egg, follow along with my guide, and you should have no problem doing it. Try to leave timestamps in the comments to help y'all out with getting it done yourself. If you don't want to listen to my babble and all the boring shit, then you're free to scroll on through. But, yeah. I hope this guide has been helpful to at least some of you folks, and I wish you the best of luck. This has been Pie Man. I will see you all later.